If you've spent any time in the Manassas area, what you've seen is a very diverse city, but one that's also very separated. A place that's densely populated, but filled with people who are extremely lonely. People who have been created by an unimaginably beautiful God, but who are largely unconcerned with Him. And most importantly, people who maybe grew up in church with a lot of rules or learned something about Jesus from the Discovery Channel, but have never truly heard about who He really is and just how significant His accomplishment could be in their lives.
What initially drew me to New City was the idea of community, of being in a community of people who love the Lord and are committed to keeping one another accountable.
Over the last few years, a group of people who had lived in this city for a long time and were burdened by these realities we saw every single day, we began to pray. And in those prayers, we began to ask for the kingdom of God, the place where Jesus is recognized as King, to come and be established right here in the midst of this city. And from those prayers, the Lord birthed into existence New City Fellowship.
Honestly, there's a real heart here. Everyone that I've talked to their desire is to help everyone around them. And they want us to grow closer to the Lord through whatever is needed.
Our dream with this church was to be a city within a city, a place that gave a visible expression of what happens when the good news of Jesus is embraced and He takes His proper role in the life of a community.
And so we came to Vision Night and just fell in love with the vision of New City and the people, and it was the first time that we together have ever felt this sense of home and belonging and just an excitement to be a part of that.
We wanted a church community that had a meaningful impact on some of the very broken and painful realities in the city that we lived in. And our hope was that the most attractive element about this city within a city would be the message that created it, the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus. Who you are and how you live your life are never the same. He changes people who are messed up, have tons of issues, and restores them to be the people He originally created them to be. He takes people who are lonely and living on the fringes and gives them a place within His family. He even brings together a group of people who are vastly diverse in culture, race, generational or socioeconomic backgrounds, and He unites them together in ways that would otherwise seem impossible. This is the vision of New City Fellowship.
The people that were already in Manassas, just building relationships with people, and then just inviting them into our life, and then just us meeting them where they're at in their life, and then just building a community from that. It's something that I've seen just very real and tangible and noticeable whenever I step into Manassas or walk through these doors and just see relationships happening.
Our desire is to be a diverse community that proclaims the gospel and makes disciples for the glory of God and the renewal of our city. If you don't really have a church background, maybe you wouldn't even call yourself a Christian, my invitation to you is to come and see for yourself who Jesus really is and what happens when He takes His proper role in a community. If you are a follower of Jesus and you find yourself disconnected from a local church right now, my invitation to you is to come, join us, and play a role in seeing this vision of New City Fellowship come to be a reality.